Alright, what's going on, guys? This is John. I'm out here at the San Diego beach, and we're getting some waves out here. I was just leisurely hanging out and in the calm, waiting, in a couple of feet of water, and all of a sudden a big wave smacked me down. So I kind of thought that it reminded me of a time that I was pretty comfortable doing some business and thinking I knew what was going on, just kind of floating through the waves a little bit, and then you hit the unexpected, right? You hit something that you encounter something you haven't encountered before, right? You think that you know what's going on, and you become comfortable, right? You become comfortable, and then all of a sudden, bam, in your face, man, comes something that you really weren't ready for, You weren't ready, you weren't expecting it. It's kind of like business sometimes, right? Where you're walking out, and all of a sudden you fall into the deep part of the ocean, and you really not expecting what you're getting. Sometimes life throws a curveball at you. Life hits you pretty hard, but and you're not thoroughly prepared for the encounter, right? So this kind of relates to, getting ready, preparing for business. Oh yeah, I'm kind of far deep into the ocean, and if you start a business, you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? People always say, oh yeah, just go out there and do it. Just go out there and take massive action, take action. That may be good in like a low risk type of business, like maybe affiliate marketing or MLM, something like that, which is fine. I'm not putting those type of businesses down. But in a business such as, real estate, where it's a little bit more risky, and the ramifications of not knowing what's going on and what's happening can kind of eat you alive, kind of like you're thrown in the middle of the ocean. Say, hey, just go do it, and throw you in the middle of the ocean. What are you gonna do? You're gonna drown, bro. I mean, it's not like you can just go and take action. You don't want to just go and jump off a ship, right? That's in the middle of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? So first thing you need to know, right? You need to have some kind of knowledge, right? You need to gain knowledge of the business that you're in, right? A buddy of mine. So the first thing is, you don't have to know everything, right? But you got to know the basics of what you're doing, right? The basic principles of the business. You got to know the business that you're getting into, right? So there's 4 things you need to know, right? And see, I was ready for that one. So knowledge, KASE, is what I want to talk to you about today. The CASE principle, right? Knowledge, actionable, strategic execution. So the very foundation of your business, you must have knowledge, so you know what you're getting into, right? When you're walking out into the deep part of the ocean, and you don't want to piss off your lenders, right? Because in the real estate business, similar to other, somewhat risky businesses, oh man, there can be ramifications worse than losing money, right? Losing money's tough. I've done it quite a bit. in different businesses, but there's things worse than losing money. You can lose relationships, which is tons worse. You can lose private lenders. You can lose title companies. You can lose trust and respect from your peers, which you don't want to do, right? And that amongst other things, you know. But so knowledge is the first thing, or else you're gonna get drowned. Actionable, strategic execution. You need a strategy. You need a strategy. You need to plan out what you're gonna do. You can't just go out there and say, okay, I'm gonna go walk into the ocean and see what the hell happens. You can't do that, right? You got to have a strategy. And then finally, after you have a strategy, an actionable strategy, then you execute on that strategy. Then, oh geez, I'm drowning for you guys, okay? Then you go out there, you hustle, you grind, you do what you got to do to make your knowledge and the actionable strategy that you have created, that you've developed, work, so you know what you're doing. So you know what you're doing is the right thing. You know, you just don't go out there and start, you know, going crazy and just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff, right? I'm kind of deep out here, but it's okay. I'll drown for you guys. So it reminds me of a story that Ty Lopez says, right? There's these guys, a plane crashes right in the middle of the forest, right? A plane crashes in the middle of the forest, okay? And all these guys, they start chopping wood, right? They're like, okay, hey, we're good, we're tough, we're gonna take action, massive action. They start chopping the wood, chopping the forest, chopping the trees down in the forest. And this one guy says, hey, I'm gonna have a strategy. So he climbs up one of the trees and says, and looks around, and he says, hey guys, y'all are going the wrong way. Y'all are going into the forest. Y'all will never be rescued, right? Y'all need to go this way. If they would have kept on doing the massive action, right, without having knowledge and an actionable strategy, then they're dead. It's the same thing. I don't know if you guys can see me or not. Whoa! Dang, I keep on walking. That's right. I don't know if you can see me or not, but you know, the point of this little talk here is to understand that have knowledge of the business you're getting into, have an actionable strategy, and then execute like hell. Don't just go, one last time, don't just go out there and go crazy like a chicken with its head cut off, because you're not going to really do anything unless you have a roadmap. And you know, you may. That's what the strategy's for, right? You want to have the roadmap. So, you know, oh my goodness. So, I will leave you with this. Don't jump into the middle of the ocean. Don't jump into the middle of the ocean unless you know how to. Unless you know, don't jump into the middle of the ocean. Don't get all these waves, hit by all these waves. Unless you can handle it, right? Be smart, work hard, hustle your ass off, but do it the right way. And